Would it be obscene to have another book haul so soon? Hey BookTube, it's Kim at Middle of the Book March, and I don't know what day it is, but it is my bookish week for this week. It's on Sunday, 12th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I don't remember. The 13th. I think it's the 13th. Yes, I truly do not remember the date, but I have to count back to my Friday at work and any appointments and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Yeah, is it too obscene to have another book haul? I believe it is. And this is library book sale season for me. The best time of year to have or to go to library book sales is in the fall in New Hampshire, in New England, where I am. And I just went to the first one. I missed one of my favorite ones at the beginning of October. I was so mad. I had it on my calendar, but I missed it. And it was a good one. It was one of those towns that's really bougie and people have a lot of money. So when they donate books, they're all in like brand new hardcover condition. It's awesome. And I missed it. But they have 2 per year. And I just went to another one yesterday with my daughter. Now this one is not close to me, but it's a regular one that I go to, and they actually have it once a month because they have a store. They have a library book sale store, and the books are 50 cents. They'll sell a hardcover for 50 cents, and once in a while, if they get a new release or a recent release, they will have a special price on it, so maybe $1 or $2. And then they also have a section of antique books, like the really old books. And some of those will be $2, $3. And I did find one of those. I found Henry Fielding's Tom Jones in an antique copy. It has illustrations and it's a beautiful book, but I'm not going to show everything. Why not? Because then this video would be 2 hours long. Why not? Why? Because I took my daughter. And we walked out of there spending $31. Now, what would you think would be the quantity of books that we walked out there with if we spent $31? We walked out of there with 76 books. 9 were mine. So yeah. How and why would she buy that many books? They're 50 cents, number one. Number two, she is a huge classics fan. And she found so many classics that she's collecting. And who am I to judge? Who am I to judge book collecting? So she bought, I don't know, what's the math? 976. So she has 67 books that she bought. And go her. So we brought some of those canvas grocery bags, and I think I had 1 and she had 3. And she also found some DVDs and everything. So yeah, I'm not going to do a book haul. Take my word for it. We had a great time. We had a blast. We had a great day. We stayed out for the day. We went to all kinds of places, did some shopping, went to lunch, went to visit the downtown where I work actually, and walked around, and we did all kinds of stuff. So it was really fun. Did I finish anything last week? Nope. Is it bothering me? Nope. This week I have all my currently reading. And when I don't finish a book in a week that I can intelligently talk about, do I get worried about it? And maybe there's a tiny piece of me that worries, well, what do I have to talk about if I haven't finished a book? Isn't that what we're all here for? And I say no to that question. I don't think that's the only reason we're all here, the ones who create BookTube content and the ones who watch videos. And readers in general, I don't think we're all here all the time to see what everybody has read. We're here to talk about books. And I don't think it matters if it's something I finished or I'm currently reading or that I've purchased or that I'm using for a tag. If we're talking about books, isn't that the best reason to be here? And I'm not going to force myself and pressure myself to finish something if I'm not ready to finish it, or pick up something that I know will be fast just to have something to finish. I'm not going to do that. That's not even fun. So I'm just going to show you, there's 4 books that I'm currently reading. And I'm also going to say the majority of these books, 3 out of 4 are very long books. So that's why. And I'm very happy with my reading this month. It's excellent. And yeah, so let me show you what I'm currently reading, and we'll go from there. I am buddy reading Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray with Britta and Heidi. We're reading this for Victober, and I think I'm about a little over 2/3 of the way through. We're going to try to read 15 chapters a week, and I lost track as to how many chapters are actually in this book, but it's over 800 pages. And so far, this is a phenomenal read. It is satirical, so funny. Yeah, there's some cringy aspects to this book, but I'm really loving the writing, and I'm loving the characters. The next one I'm currently reading is Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. I'm reading this book I'm with the Banned Bookclub, and this is going a little slower, only because I'm kind of not following along with the schedule, but it's very good, and it's Margaret Atwood, whose writing I love, and this is a banned book in high schools around the country, not all of the high schools, but some of them, and that's why the club exists, is because we're reading banned books. The next one is another buddy read. This is East of Eden by John Steinbeck, and I'm reading this with my friend, subscriber, and viewer and commenter George. We just had our last check-in last week. We are reading 11 chapters a week. I think there are 55 chapters in this book. And, you know, this is East of Eden, so it's another long one. This is a reread for me, and it's just phenomenal. Just a phenomenal story. And the last one I'm currently reading, I'm actually listening to it, but I have the physical copy. This is called Rethinking Diabetes, What Science Reveals About Diet, Insulin, and Successful Treatments by Gary Taubes. And this is a big one. And hopefully the library won't take my audio away before I have a chance to finish it. But this is a really interesting book. And one of the biggest, the best things, I tried to say the word biggest for another word, and it couldn't come to me. It didn't come to me. That's what happens when you get older. You walk into another room, you don't remember why you walked in there. Or you're on camera and you're filming something and you're looking for a word that's on the tip of your tongue. You have no idea what it is. This is one of the best examples of a book on medicine or health, because it's highly researched and it's written well. And the audio is really engaging. The things that I'm finding out about diabetes and diabetes diagnoses and treatments as they were developed and discovered at the turn of the 20th century, really interesting stuff. And I think I actually bought another book about diabetes because of this one. In case you don't know, I've said this before several times on my channel. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 30 years ago, and have been, well, and even in that time, in the last 30 years, treatments have changed so drastically. And I have learned so much over the years, especially through books like this, but just with different doctors and different developments and medications and treatment therapies, there's so much changing all the time. However, diabetes is one of those invisible diseases that you can't see it from the outside. You can often see some of its complications, but there's no current cure for diabetes. There are a lot of treatments that have come out that are extremely effective. There's a lot of ways to monitor your blood sugar. I use a continuous blood glucose monitor on my arm. One of the things that's most disturbing or concerning to me are the drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy and Mounjaro. Those are the drugs that are getting so much press about being weight loss drugs. Those are actually diabetes treatment drugs. And there's been a lot of time of diabetic patients not being able to get their drugs because they're low in stock or out of stock. And when we hear so much about Ozempic in the news and the number of people who are taking it for weight loss, it's pretty concerning that actual medical patients can't get the medicines that they need. So yeah, and then the other one is the CGM, a continuous glucose monitor. I keep doing this, but it's up on my upper arm. The CGM that I wear is a game changer for managing my diabetes. And there are people that are now buying them and wearing them simply to see what their sugar levels are through their day, depending on what they eat and the type of exercise they're doing. And okay, if those are not in short supply and you want to pay out of pocket for something that's right off the shelf, that's fine. You can go and do that. But when something becomes low in stock or out of stock, like drugs, and a diabetic patient can't get their can't get their hands on what they need, it's disturbing to me. So I will continue to read into this invisible disease and learn more and find out what new treatments are coming and what new medications are coming. I see a great doctor, and he's part of a great practice that has high communication and is open to questions and people looking for information. So I'm really, really thankful for that. So those are the books I'm currently reading. My daughter, my goodness, she's reading Anna Karenina, and not even because she has to. The child is 17 years old, and I'm so proud of her for so many reasons, but she is so into literature and so into books, and she's talking about becoming a librarian or an archivist, and this is her senior year in school, so we're interested to see which direction she's going to go in, but it's so fun to go out with her to library sales, to bookstores. We always have a blast. And I always keep asking her, do you really want to go to this library sale? Do you really want to go to this book sale? And she's like, Mom, I want to go. I would tell you if I didn't want to go. But I keep bugging her because sometimes she may not tell me. She may be going just to make me feel good or because she knows I'll have fun. And I keep asking her, tell me, I don't want to drag you to book things. And she's like, do you not know me at all? So that's super fun for me, and I'm so happy, and I'm so glad when she feels like she hit the jackpot. So that's it for me for this week. Let me know in the comments below what you think about anything I talked about or any of the books I showed you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.